نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له غير الله هاديا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله. Brother in Islam, in the beginning I'm happy to see that there are so many people, the angels have wrote their name in their book in the day of Jum'ah. We all know the hadith that we completely ignore or disrespect, that when the day of Jum'ah إذا كان يوم الجمعة وجدت الملائكة على باب المسجد تسجل الأول فالأول حتى إذا دخل الإمام انصرفوا واستمعوا للذكر. When the day of Jum'ah comes, there is an angels will be staying outside the masjid, writing the name of the people in their sheets for the people who come first and first until the Imam stands for his Jum'ah. They leave the door and they get into the masjid to listen. This is very good. With all of that, I give my apology for arriving late. The point I'm making here that sometimes you can be rewarded with no plan. Sometimes you can't be rewarded by force. You are forced to stay, wait for me. So you are rewarded for that. You didn't choose to come early before the khutbah. So many of you didn't choose to come early before I stand. But they've been forced to come by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's choice. Which is something good anyway. You are rewarded, you got multiple rewards. If you say subhanallah, you got how many hasana? 30 hasana. In the hadith, whoever have recited subhanallah, he received 30 hasana. If you said La ilaha illallah, whoever said La ilaha illallah received 20 hasana. There is so many rewarded, you've been rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you didn't even plan for it. All of these meaning comply to our talking that اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. أنعمت عليهم. What does أنعمت عليهم? أنعمت عليهم. So many people, like so many in here today, they never planned to get the reward to stay in the masjid before the Imam. They never choose to. So that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have showered them with this mercy, with this goods. So they got rewarded. أنعمت عليهم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't give back, doesn't harm. All the time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we only reveal to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala everything good. We know the hadith of Prophet have said, وَالشَّرُّ لَيْسَ إِلَيْكَ. Evil doesn't belong to you. Evil doesn't belong to you. If we look at our daily life nowadays, when something happens bad to any one of us, the first thing nowadays we will say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won it. This is the first thing we say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won it. We completely discard the idea that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given you the option to choose your path. If you were in the right path, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be saving you from anything evil, from anything that will harm you. So this is صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم. Everything good related to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We know Sayyidina Ibrahim. He said, وَإِذَا مَرِضْتُ فَهُوَ يَشْفِينِ. When I feel sick, when I cause the sickness to myself, when I became sick, فَهُوَ يَشْفِينِ. Allah will cure me. He didn't say when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala caused me to be sick, He will cure me. He said when I feel sick, He will cure me. Nowadays, how do we think regarding that? Another example, we know the owl of Khidr in Surah Al-Kahf, the surah we're supposed to recite today at least. When Al-Khidr had made a hole in the boat, what did he say? قال أخرقتها لتغرق أهلها لقد جئت شيئا. When he made the hole, he said, I made the hole. When he said, أراد ربك أن يبلغ أشده. When he said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have rewarded this orphan with this gold, he said that he reflected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He caused the hole. So many people didn't like it, but the miracle was after that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted him. When he caused the harm, he didn't relate that to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when the reward comes, he related that to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So everything good is related to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything bad is related to us. Everything's bad related to us. While whether we are misunderstanding, whether we've been misguided, whether we are ignorant, whether we misbehave toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is غير المغضوب عليهم. So many people nowadays in the translation they say غير المغضوب عليهم, you have chosen them to be mistrayed. It's absolutely wrong. If somebody is being مغضوب عليه, he got anger from people, anger from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who will have the most anger? If somebody is following the evil, he will be cheating. He will be angry on them. The whole people, the whole communities. So they have caused the anger toward them. They have seek the way for the anger. So they are غير المغضوب عليه ولا الضالين. They're misguided. When we say misguided, that means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala misguided, which is also wrong. مغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. مغضوب is different and ضالين is different. مغضوب عليهم, that people who doesn't act. Sometimes they know the truth and they don't want to believe it. They know the reward for something and they don't want to do it. This is غير مغضوب عليهم. ولا الضالين, they don't even know. They're truly ignorant. They don't know. And so many times nowadays, because we recite Al-Fatih over and over, we say غير مغضوب عليهم, this is the Christian and Jewish. We get into detail. مغضوب عليهم is Christian. ضالين is Jewish. No, forget about that. It's us. There's so many Muslims are مغضوب عليهم, and there's so many Muslims ولا ضالين also. So many Muslims. We have to analyze this a little bit verses. We talked about اهدنا الصراط المستقيم, fighting over and over this straight path in all our countries, in all our with all our schools. Everybody is looking for the straight path. When we recite in the Quran, we find that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have already directed us toward the right path. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help all of us to be guided toward the right path. إنه على كل شيء قدير. قلت ما قلت صوابا فمن الله وإن خطأ فمن نفسي والشيطان فاذكروا الله واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأن سيدنا ونبينا محمدا إمام المرسلين. اللهم صل عليه في الأولين وصل عليه في الآخرين وصل عليه في الملأ الأعلى إلى يوم الدين وسلم اللهم تسليما كثيرا. So brother in Islam, talking about اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. This is the last two verses. The most important verses in the whole Quran. These two verses explain the main concept of the Quran: affirmation and degradation. These two verses, the whole Quran is affirming things and degrading things. This is the whole idea of the Quran. These two verses should change our life. Sirat al-Mustaqim. It's a straight path. It's clear. Clear. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the explanation of the Sirat. قُلْ تَعَالَوْا أَتْلُوا مَا حَرَّمَ رَبُّكُمْ عَلَيْكُمْ أَلَّا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ مِنْ إِمْلَاقٍ نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُهُمْ وَإِيَّاهُمْ وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الْفَوَاحِشَ ما ظهر منها وما بطن ولا تقتلوا النفس التي حرم الله إلا بالحق ذلكم وصاكم به لعلكم تعقلون ولا تقربوا مال اليتيم إلا بالتي هي أحسن حتى يبلغ أشده وأوفوا الكيل والميزان بالقسط لا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها وإذا قلتم فاعدلوا ولو كان ذا قربى وبعهد الله أوفوا ذلكم وصاكم به لعلكم تذكرون وأن هذا صراطي مستقيما فاتبعوه ولا تتبعوا السبل فتبدل به فتفرق به عن سبيله ذلكم وصاكم به لعلكم تتقون. Clearly stated in the Quran. We run to the books and we run to scholars and we run just to ask him what is the straight path, what is the right path. It's clearly stated in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling people, قُلْ تَعَالَوْا أَتْلُوا مَا حَرَّمَ. Come toward me to tell you about what I have forbidden to you. أَلَّا تُشْرِكُوا بِي شَيْئًا. Don't worship anything with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Take care of your parents. See, the second things right after worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. It's very sad nowadays people have a bad relation with their parents. It's very sad that there's so many people when they get married they forget their mother. It's very sad nowadays. When his mother wants something, he runs toward his wife and he asks permission if he will obey his mother or not. It's very sad there's so many people doesn't even speak to their mothers. It's very sad there's so many people doesn't even respect their mothers. It's very sad there's so many Muslims in this country throwing their mother in the hospitals. It's so sad. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have told us clearly it's forbidden to leave your parents, forbidden clearly to leave them alone, how we are doing? He clearly mentioned don't even say off. And then we fight over and over regarding useless things. The Imam came late 5 minutes, the Imam came late 20 minutes, the Imam didn't show up on time. It's just fighting of useless things. The main concept of humanity is taking care of the parents. Of all humanity. These two persons who are the people who have taken care of you when you were in need. These are the parents. And they never ask for reward. When you became an adult, you start asking for reward. They are the people who should ask you for reward. As soon as you start working, you quit going to them. There's so many Muslims nowadays living like that. If his father want to come to the masjid, oh Dad, I'm busy. I'm in the work right now. I don't have time to give you right. You see his father waking up in the Fajr, he's praying at home. Let's go. No, brother, I know I want to sleep. Don't even walk me up. Don't even walk me up. I hear that. Don't even walk me up, you tell your dad. And completely arrogance. He forgot that he used to wake them up in the middle of night over and over for 5, 6, 8 years. This is the second concept of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. We'll keep continuing about that inshallah for further and further, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide all of us. إنه على كل شيء قدير. اللهم اعز الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم اعز الإسلام والمسلمين وذل الكفر والكافرين. اللهم احفظ دول المسلمين. اللهم احفظ دول المسلمين واطفئ فتن المسلمين. اللهم اطفئ فتن المسلمين في كل مكان برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك إنك على كل شيء قدير. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم، واغفر لنا إنك أنت الغفور الرحيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون، وسلام على المرسلين، والحمد لله رب العالمين.